Hey, what's up, man?
Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Become a Legend. We have signed our first professional contract with Rodez, who are a team in the second tier of French football. So before we started the games, we wanted to change our training points by taking a couple of points off the defence and popping it back into stamina. Now the reason why I've done this is because the stats that I currently possess as a player are pretty similar to majority of the players in this league, and I wanted to have a longer impact in games, so my current objective at the moment is to improve my stamina. So in the first game we come against Sochaux. It is a league game in the second tier of French football. Some beautiful team play here, some lovely passing play. I make the run, and here I make a decent cross as well. Beautiful header and a fantastic save, and it was a good chance in a game that was at time pretty much a stalemate, but when I had the ball it felt like the game was moving a lot quicker. And the reason why I say that is because obviously with the AI on this game, they make their own decisions obviously, but with me I do like to pick it up a little bit and try something different. Just like there, I tried a reverse through ball and unfortunately it didn't come off, but the idea was there. Also here, I gathered a little bit of space to take a shot. It was straight at the keeper, so it was a pretty poor shot. And again, I try that reverse through ball, or the dummy pass, whatever you want to call it, and nothing came of it whatsoever. But the good thing was that we were building our play and we were getting closer, but the only thing that was missing was that goal. Here again, Beautiful play from the team, but that pass was just overhit and it was too much for me to get to. Here again, just some nice, calm, patient team play. Everyone near enough in sync with each other, and sooner or later a chance was bound to come. Now, in these episodes that I will do for Become a Legend, I'm obviously going to show the chances from my opponents as well. I don't want it to be as one-sided, so if there isn't a lot of chances from the opposition side, it's because we've, not given time to have any opportunities. Here is my first official professional contribution to my Become a Legend series, the first assist of my career, and it was an absolute beauty. If you look at the replay coming up in just a second, the first touch was exquisite and the pass was even better. At first I didn't think the ball would get to him as I was playing in real time, but it was just inch perfect. The animation of that pass looked amazing as well. Brilliant first touch and a great finish to go 1-0 up against a team who were hard to break down in a sense. When we did get the chances, it was through hard work of brilliant play, and then we just couldn't really finish it off until that first goal then. Here we go, I have a bit of space, and as you can see, I start to slow down a little bit because my stamina is depleting, and that pass was poor. Here as well, I am doing my defensive work, so you will see me graft doing some defensive work. It's not just going to be about me attacking and whatnot, it is going to be me putting in some graft as a player and not just a goal scorer. And now we go into our second game, which is a cup game in the Coupe de la Ligue. Now this game was a crazy game, especially in the first 30 minutes. We absolutely went ham on Le Havre, and it was due to fantastic team play and just that general killer instinct that we should have had in the first game. Here's some fantastic link up, cross the ball into the box, the ball hits the bar and it is rebounded back in by Sane yet again to get his second goal of the season and his first goal in the Coupe de la Ligue. Here we could have made it 2-0, fantastic pass from Sane, and it was a very good save. And from that corner, I scored my first professional goal as a footballer. I didn't think my first goal would come from a header, from a corner. I have not got a lot of goals in PES 2019 to become a legend from corners. And for me to outjump the player who was marking me, and it was a really good header as well. It was a bullet header as well, and we get our first professional goal, and that made me feel good, obviously scoring my first goal for this series, and it just got even better for the team. Here you can see a lovely pass through the legs of our player and a first time through ball, which makes it 3-0. As I said, the first half for us was absolutely crazy in terms of us making a massive stamp on the opposition team. We were absolutely fantastic. touch from myself. I could have through balled it there, but I thought, nah, let's go a little bit further. And we did put a pass into the box, and unfortunately it was a poor pass. One thing I have noticed is when your stamina depletes, the accuracy of your passes and your shots are, pretty poor. But there, I hit a shot outside the box and it did hit off the post. So our first cup game, we knock out Le Havre away from home with a convincing 4-0 victory. And we go into the last game of today's episode, where it was a much tougher game and we didn't have the freedom like we did in the last game. Up until the last 20 minutes, we were definitely the better team. As you can see here, just showcasing some of the nice team plays that we had together. Chemistry wise, it's good. Here I take a shot, pretty poor. There's a clip coming up, I think it's this one. Yes, it is this one. Watch this, ball gets played in, he can easily pass it to me for me to have a one-on-one shot, but he ignores me. Now I know it sounds negative, him ignoring me, but I feel that that is a really good realistic trait to have. I've seen a few times in real life, like Sterling or Salah, they can square the ball to their teammate, but they just try and go for glory themselves. And he could have easily slotted me through, but he was selfish and didn't even bother. So even though that can be seen as a negative, there was a lot of realism to it. And yeah, I'm actually really happy to show that clip because it just adds a bit of realism to the series. Again, fantastic team play, but nothing is coming of it. The highlights are not as silky as the other ones because, as I said, it was a much harder game than the ones that we had before. Here, again, superb defending. My dribbling wasn't as effective. I felt like the AI were reading me too easily to a point where I had to switch up my play a little bit and start repping in a little bit more through balls directly into the centre of the park instead of just trying to go to the wing and cross. Lovely, lovely finish that was. And again, look at the reaction of the opposition team. So that's it. We beat Guingamp 1-0 away from home. And we have a 100% start to the season. And it was really enjoyable for me to play these 3 games. Also, these are my current stats as a attacking midfielder. 3 appearances, 4 assists with 1 goal, with a current average rating of 7.3, and we are currently second. Thank you to everyone that's watched today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like, and I will see you all in the next one.